Hey everybody, thank you for pressing play. In this video I want to show you this car here. This is a 2016, it's a Honda Civic, it's what's called an SI version and it's also a diesel version as well. Brian is my name. In this video I want to show you that Honda Civic, not this car here because it's a different one. I want to show you this Honda Civic, and what we're going to do is we're going to do some driving in the car. We're going to look at the features on the outside, we'll look at the features that specifically make it an SI, and then we'll have a look at the features on the inside as well. If there's any information you want on the car, please do call, text, WhatsApp, whatever suits, 086 843 1945. Anyway, let's start off by driving the car. I really like these cars because it's got a nice economical diesel engine, but it's a really torquey motor. This is a 1.6 diesel engine, but it actually generates 300 newton meters of torque. So when you put your foot down, there's a lot of response. It's quite an enjoyable car to drive. And this engine's actually been around since 2013. It's been super reliable for us. The car is, just like we're saying to you, a very nice car to drive, lovely gearbox, lovely responsive engine, nice controls, not too big a car, but the real thing on these is decent car to drive, but I mean super fuel efficient. These cars were made in a time where we really weren't as restricted as we are right now, and they're very efficient. And like what I was saying, it really gets up through the gears very, very quickly. 0 up to 100 kilometers an hour, as you can see, is quite brisk. The cabin's a pretty nice place to be as well. So over here on the left hand side, there's a nice big screen in through the centre. So a number of different functions on that. The first one being audio. So on the audio function, it allows you to stream music via 2 USB ports or Bluetooth. And then after that, there's also things like the phone ability is down through there. So it's touch and swipe. So it's very like a mobile phone to use. And after that, then there's other functionality, which includes things such as this trip computer, which if you really want to analyze your fuel usage, or in through there, then you've got things like an internet browser, a calendar, a clock, all sorts of stuff that I'm pretty sure most of you are never going to use in a car. But anyway, it's kind of cool. There's also a reverse camera as well when you go backwards. There's parking sensors when you go forward. So as you can see, this little screen will tell you what's in front of you, or when you go backwards, you got the big camera, and the little screen also helps along through there. So you really have no excuse. You got 2 screens telling you what's behind you when something comes up behind you. Dual zone climate, so you got different temperatures on each side of the car. So passenger and driver can do their own thing. And then down through here, front and rear windscreen demister with heated wing mirrors also. There's this iMid, so from the steering wheel, I can change information like average speed, fuel efficiency, and the clock. Over here then I have things like cruise control and a speed limiter, so I can set my speed and maintain it, or I can also have a speed limiter which basically limits the speed so I don't exceed the speed limit. There's also an eco function over through here, so when I press the eco function, the 2 blue lights on either side of the screen up here will change to green when I'm driving economically, and it also reduces how aggressive my cruise control and my air conditioner as well. Wipers and lights are pretty straightforward on the steering stalks over through here. And then there is also electrics for windows and mirrors on the right hand side. And down through here then, parking sensors, traction control, and there's nice aluminium pedals down through here as well, which are pretty sporty, and that gear stick is super nice to use. In through here, drinks holders, and then back through here, 2 USB connectors and a 12 volt outlet, and also a HDMI if you want to play video up through the screen. There's also a little Bluetooth functionality down through there, but a lot of people will just use the screen, I think, and there's rake reach, so you can go up and down and in and out on the steering wheel. So far I hope you got a better idea of how the car is all about, what it's like to drive, and you've also got a better idea, I suppose, of what's actually involved in the specification that's on the car so far on the inside. Anyway, we're going to get back into the garage here, and we're going to start looking at more pragmatic stuff about size and what it's like in the rear and the boot and all that kind of stuff. And we'll also then have a quick look around the outside of the car. I will also check out what features specifically make this SI different than some of the other models. Like you're saying to you, drive these cars on a back road, really, really enjoyable. Okay, what differentiates the SI? It got this grille down through here. So you see the way it's a honeycomb finish? Normally they are slats on the normal version Sport, but on these SIs they're a more aggressive honeycomb finish. The black wheels are probably one of the most obvious things. They're a lovely gloss finish, 17-inch wheels, so they're bigger than the standard model. There's tinted windows on all 3 of the rear windows again, which makes it look sporty. And this is a colour-coded spoiler across the rear, and normally they're not. It's got a nice badge back through here as well. And then after that, there is also a black roof liner. Normally it's more of a grey colour, so it's more aggressive on the SI. Let's have a look in the boot. The boot is really big in these Generation 9 Civics, so if you look there, it's quite decent. It's in really nice condition, but you can also pull the section here and it drops down and it turns into an even deeper boot as well, so you can actually get a lot of stuff into the rear of the car. Small things, this is how nerdy Honda are. Look at this. This channels air off the rear of the car in the most aerodynamic way possible, and so does that spoiler as well, because it comes out a little bit more than the normal version. And even underneath the car with that diffuser, it's got a really flat underneath to channel air out of the car in the most aerodynamic way possible. I love the shape of these Generation 9 Civics in the facelift. Nice big daytime running lights and aggressive looking front bumpers, but they're also practical. So if you go to the back of the car, 3 head restraints, 3 3-point safety belts. There's also ISOFIX for child seats, And these seats, the door cards along the back, they have this nice stitching along through here with electrics for windows and child locks. And they have this magic seat system, so I can lift both seats to have awkward things if you want to put it into the back, or I can drop it down and then I can flatten down the seats on both sides again, which again allows awkward things to be transported in the rear of the car, so it's quite practical. In terms of the front of the car, and actually one thing is worth saying on this car, it's in really excellent condition throughout. The seat is height adjustable along through here, and it's just quite a nice cabin as you saw already. But again, 2 owners from new, both people have looked after the car very well, and it's got a fully stamped Honda service history all the way through. It's a really cool looking car. It's brilliant sport blue, which is a nice colour, and with all the black accents all the way around the car, there's no chrome anywhere. It's just a really cool looking car, and it drives really nice as well. And like I was saying to you, these are super easy to run as well. And you know, they really ain't going to make cars like this anymore. Easy on fuel. The new diesel cars, they're really struggling to be as economical as some of these cars were. And these ones don't weigh as much as the brand new ones as well. So that, I think, allows them to be just a little bit more economical. So anyway, if you're interested in a car that is really economical, drives good, looks nice, and do you know what? Honda Civics, there's something different. A little bit different than the Golf and the Focus. That's what I like about them. So anyway, there you have it. That is our 1.6 diesel SI Civic. These are a really nice car. It's the nicest looking version, I think, of this Mark 9 Civic that you can get. There's good power in them, and they're really super economical. They do not make diesel cars like this anymore. These are super economical. Anyway, if you want information on scrapping a car or trading in a car or finance or anything about the car itself, please do not hesitate to give me a shout. Thanks a million for taking time to watch. Oops, and the other thing I forgot to say is call, text, WhatsApp 086 843 1945. Brian is my name. Thanks again.